How's it going, everyone? Frankenstein Gaming here with a new video, and it's that time of year. Holiday season 2025 is upon us. I got the video for you, a Nintendo Switch 2 game and accessory guide for holiday 2025. Let's get into it. All right, so it's holiday morning. It's Christmas morning, and you want a Switch 2, Switch accessories, Switch games, etc. Maybe you want to buy it for someone. Maybe you want it. Maybe someone else wants it. I got you covered. There's a lot to go over here. We got a bit of console stuff, etc. We got accessories and we got games. Gonna give you highlights, not giving everything. I'm gonna give you what I think is cool, what I would recommend, some stuff I think you should have if you're a first-time Switch owner. As you can see, I like Nintendo with my Amiibo collection and stuff like that, so I'm gonna do my best to capture all of it, encompassing the whole thing. Yeah, we're doing a lot of hand motions today, get over it. Alright, so first things first, let's start off with consoles. Alright, so the Nintendo Switch 2 released back in June of 2025. There's a few bundles you can buy, there's some individual stuff you can buy, let's talk about it. So, starting things off here, you have probably the most iconic of the bundles, the Mario Kart World Bundle. Retails for $49.99 USD. You get Mario Kart basically for $50 instead of $80. Not a bad deal. Pretty much everyone who bought the Switch 2 bought this bundle or bought Mario Kart, so pretty easy buy there. If for some reason you don't want Mario Kart, I'm not judging you, secretly judging you, you could just get the console only. Or you could be like me and get the console only and then buy Mario Kart physically for $80 because you are financially irresponsible. So you could do that. There is a newer bundle which is currently sold out, but maybe you'll find it in the wild, maybe it'll restock for Pokemon Legends ZA. Fantastic new Pokemon game that just released October 16th. Very cool. Recommend it. You get the full game download. Again, a little bit of a discount because it's digital. So, you got those bundles. Those are your three that you could really dive into. However, there are some Best Buy bundles that I was going to flag for people to look into as well. Apologies if you hear my dog. She is sleeping in the background behind me, so that's it. Anyway, Best Buy has this cool thing that they like to do, and they did this at launch too, where they sell bundles. I don't know if there's much of a discount, but if you're gonna buy a bunch of stuff, maybe it's worth looking into these anyway. Let's see, a few I would recommend. We got this one here, which comes with the Switch 2 console, Mario Kart World, physically, again, financially responsible people, this might be for you. The Joy-Con wheels, and you get a Mighty Code skin bundle. I guess that's for like to skin your console, like right there, and the Pro Controller, very cool. They have other ones as well. You can get one with a carrying case and a screen protector, which I will get into in accessories in a little bit, not a bad idea. They also sell other ones here, as you can see, with different games like Legend of Zelda. They have one for Mario Party right here with an extra set of Joy-Cons, which you need for the game, and so forth. All different pricing based on what's included. So, not a bad idea to take a look at these as well if you're going to be buying a bunch of accessories or things to go with the Switch 2 anyway. Alright, we're going to transition to the accessories, which, honestly, there's quite a lot. There may be more to talk about here than games, maybe not. There is a lot of games too, but that's aside the point. I'm going to give you highlights. Key things. Not everything. Please don't come at me. Just recommendations. Saying it there. Alright. Okay, as you can see, a lot of accessories. Really big key item here is the micro SD Express. The Switch comes with 256 gig internal memory, which I believe comes out to like 248 after the system software storage that it needs reserved for the operating system. So keep that in mind. Games are bigger nowadays. They're not like the 8 megabit memory cards for the PS2 or the GameCube with 64 megabytes back in the day. So, just keeping that in mind. So, micro SD Express, they have all different brands. SanDisk is a reputable one. I always go with the reputable ones because I'm too paranoid that they're going to fail on me. SanDisk only has 3 right now, 256, 128, and the big boy at 512. There are brands like Lexar that have a 1 terabyte one. They will cost a premium, but you'll get a lot more storage out of it. I only have a 256 right now, just flagging that. Alright. The main creme de la creme accessory I would recommend is probably the Pro Controller. This is arguably one of my favorite controllers of all time. That is not a lie. I really like it. You got the extra back buttons here. You got functionality for chat down here. It's just a more premium finish. Yes, it's a premium price compared to the original Pro controller, but it's just all around a fantastic controller. Recommend that for sure. Don't come at me. There is a version that's coming out in February 2026. Excuse me, for Resident Evil Requiem. If you want that, it's a slightly different colored skin. Same exact controller, just cosmetic. Up to you. It is $10 more because it's got Resident Evil 9's branding on it. So, you know, if you're into that. Alright, there are other stuff. If you're into streaming or YouTube or whatever like I do, maybe you want to get a capture card right here, Elgato 4K-S. That is a newer Elgato than the one I have. It does capturing. It should work fine with the Switch 2 and PS5 and stuff like that, so keep that in mind. Alright, we also have the Joy-Con 2s, which I would recommend if you have a lot of children in your family, or maybe you want to play with your spouse or loved ones, or just have an extra set of controllers. It doesn't hurt to have another set of Joy-Cons. Right now there's only one color. It's the black with the red and blue tints on them, which is what comes with your Switch. You do get a set, obviously, to play when you have your Switch 2. So if you want another set, pick them up here, $99.99. Maybe more colors soon. We also have carrying cases. There's tons of carrying cases. There's tons of third-party controllers, which I don't really buy third-party controllers unless it's 8-bit due. So I'm not going to recommend any, but, you know, do your own research. I will say that Hori is usually a good brand. Stay away from Turtle Beach. That's my PSA. Cases. They got variety of cases. You got big boy cases here. You got smaller version cases. If you want to get headphones, maybe not a bad idea because they do have game chat now. So if you want to get like a pair of headphones, maybe with a mic, pretty cool. SteelSeries is usually a pretty good brand. You can use them for the game chat system, which we'll get into a little bit later. If you want to use the motion controls, the Joy-Con wheels work really well. I did pick this up from like Mario Kart World or other racing games, so, you know, give that a try if you like gyro. And I guess the only other thing I would say right this second, while we're just looking at this page, is I would probably get a screen protector. Not that the Switch 2 doesn't have a good premium screen, but screen protectors are always good. I put them on all my tech. No reason not to get one. All right, a few more accessories that I failed to mention, so I apologize for that. Sips coffee. Okay, so what I would get. If you want to play in handheld and you're really weird about like having the same exact adapter, or you don't have another adapter lying around that's USB-C, which in 2025, I don't know how that could be possible. This one is made for the Switch 2, has the right wattage and all of that. I have one of these just for when I'm playing handheld. You could do that. You could also get a second dock if you wanted to. They're very expensive. They're like $130. No, I'm not going to recommend you do that. Did I buy one? Yes. Do with that what you will. Switch 2 Joy-Con charging grip. This is a good buy. There is a grip that comes in the Switch console package, but it is not a charging grip, so it's just purely for holding the controller, more so like a standard Pro controller. But if you want one that you can play with that it'll also charge while you play, or that you can charge while they're in the cradle of this grip, I would buy this. Not a bad buy. Solid entry. If you're into game chat and you want to hang out with your friends and use video, they did come out with the camera attachment, which will connect to the top of the USB while it's docked. Or you can use it in handheld too, I guess. And it'll let you, use a webcam like we are in 2025 using webcams. Like you're seeing me now, live and in color for the first time ever. Webcam, Switch 2. Maybe if you want that, that's cool. And then the controller I was talking about earlier, 8-bit Do, I would go with the Pro 3. Fantastic controller. They have some fun colors. I think there's an orange one exclusive to their website. You can do some macros and custom stuff with it. There's even back buttons. These are great controllers if you want one. That's a little cheaper than the Pro controller. And then the GameCube Switch Online controller. We don't want the feedback right now. This is a fun time. Nintendo Switch Online, which I'll get into in a little bit, has different tiers and different subscription models, and they let you play retro games. And one of the retro games that are allowed to play for the console for the Switch 2 is the GameCube, and they did come out with the controller recently. As you can see, I have it right here. Only comes in one color. Does have the buttons to do all the Switch stuff as well. Makes playing the GameCube games fun because of the control scheme, and just feels more natural. So just throwing that out there. There are other Switch controllers you can buy for retro games, as you can see here. And they're coming out with the Virtual Boy, so you never know. If you want that, go for it. All right, so really quick PSA. Nintendo Switch Online. If you want to play online, you need it for like 95% of games. So just making sure people are aware of that. There are some things you could do. You can buy it digitally and just link your credit card to your Nintendo account. Some people don't like to do that. And then you can also buy these cards here. Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack is probably the one I would get. It's the best value. $50 for the year. You get access to all of the Nintendo retro consoles, like I was mentioning earlier. You do need the expansion pack for games for consoles like Game Boy Advance and GameCube. And they also have, you know, just a family membership. That's the base package, not the expansion pack, for $34.99, 12-month as well. And like I said, you get access to different stuff like Super Nintendo, NES, and other games like that. So just, if you want to buy that, I would probably recommend doing it. But, you know, just wanted to put that out there. Okay, everyone's favorite segment, the games. I'm going to probably mostly stick to Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive or Nintendo Switch 2 edition games, etc. Yes, the Switch 2 plays all the Switch 1 games. I say all in quotes. 99% of the Switch 1 games, you know, through the backwards compatibility. So if you want to buy a Switch 1 game, safe bet it'll probably work on the Switch 2 and actually perform better. Load times, speed, frame rate, etc. So just keeping that in mind as we go forward here. I'm going to recommend some fun new titles, some titles I think everyone should grab, and you use your own discretion. All right, so starting off, we're going to get the obvious one out of the way, Mario Kart World. No secret here, it's like their flagship game for 2025. So if you're into Nintendo Switch 2 and you're not sure what to buy and you bought the console only, or you're looking for a game for yourself or for someone else, this is a good bet. Although if you're looking for it for someone else, they probably already have this one. Just wanted to flag Mario Kart World. Next up, Donkey Kong Bonanza, another fantastic game for the Switch 2. Fun single-player game, a lot of cool content. They just came out with some DLC as well. Solid game. Maybe one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Donkey Kong games to date. So there you go. Pokemon fans, Pokemon Legends ZA is awesome. It's been a hit so far. I would totally recommend this for anyone who's into Pokemon. You get your open world stuff. Battle system is different than it is traditionally, and it's just a fun time. So another great recommendation. Animal Crossing, you don't have to wait for the Switch 2 version, which is releasing in January. You can just get the regular Animal Crossing for the Switch 1 and then upgrade it to the Switch 2. That would be $4.99, I think, for the upgrade. So Animal Crossing is probably one of the best games that came out on the Switch in terms of sales figures. I think it's their second best-selling game on the Switch and maybe overall. Yeah, I think that's right. Solid game, life sim, fun times. If you haven't heard of Animal Crossing, check it out. I'm sure people would like it. It's a good time for people of all ages. Hades 2, a little bit of a niche title here, but this is a roguelike game. The physical is coming out November 20th. The digital version is already out. Sequel to Hades 1, a lot of fun. Really good time, top-down roguelike element game, so totally into that. Maybe you want to check it out. It's $49.99 USD, and if people want the physical, well, you know, you get a little bonus in there with a little booklet, 32-page, I'm sorry, character compendium. If you're looking for party games, Super Mario Jamboree plus Nintendo Switch 2 Edition Jamboree TV is available. Basically, it's Mario Party Jamboree plus some additional stuff that's available with the Switch 2 for like mouse control games and camera stuff and things like that. Fun Mario Party game, some good boards. There's a mix of old and new stuff in here. Honestly, one of the better Mario Party games they've made in the past few entries, so I would recommend this one if you're going to look for a Mario Party game. Cyberpunk 2077. Disclaimer here, rated M, but a lot of fun. Really, really good single-player game. Runs really well on the Switch 2. It looks like a dream. It's weird to play this in handheld mode and just seamless stuff. If you like futuristic, retro, sci-fi things of all ages... No. Kind of like Blade Runner aesthetics here. This might be for you, first person. And, yeah. Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter is a fantastic fighting series, always has been. This is the 6th entry. Runs really well on the Switch 2. This is the Year 1 and 2 Fighters Edition. Comes with Year 1 and 2 character passes. I believe Year 3 just came out. So you get a lot of content in here. There's a single player, there's multiplayer. You can play split screen, whatever you want to do. There's also Kirby Air Riders, which is releasing on the 20th of November. This is a new entry in the series. The last one was on GameCube. They're doing a playtest actually right now this weekend as I'm making this video to play. It's a racing game. There's a lot of content in here. Sakurai did a really good job showcasing this game in the 2 directs, and there's just a lot of content. So if you're looking at that, there's also amiibo that are available that are really expensive at $49.99, so just keep that in mind. But Kirby Air Riders, not a bad idea. Metroid Prime 4. This is more of like a last minute thing. Well, maybe not a last minute thing, but if you're shopping, it does come out a little late in December 4th. Gonna be another flagship single player game for Metroid, a pretty iconic character. Everyone knows Samus. And it'll be on the Switch 1 as well, but this is the Switch 2 edition with enhancements like better frame rate and graphics and all of that jazz. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a game that comes out a little later. All right, a couple more games I decided to throw in. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. If you're a fan of the older Mortal Kombat games, this one might be for you. Tons of Mortal Kombat games in here. This is also on the Switch 1, so just bear that in mind. But there's a lot of stuff, a lot of content, developer interviews, maybe for you. I'm gonna throw in some sports games, obligatory Madden 26 plug here, and also NBA 2K 26. Apparently they run pretty well. I haven't grabbed them yet. I'm on the fence on whether I'm going to grab them. More of a hockey guy. But there you go. Cool to see them on the Switch. Madden has been on Nintendo in a long time, and NBA 2K26 actually runs comparably to the PS5 version and the Xbox version, apparently. Quotes, haven't played it. But there you go. There's your sports games. Hogwarts Legacy, say what you want about Hogwarts, but this runs really well on the Switch too, apparently. I have it on PS5, so I can't vouch for the gameplay or how it runs rather, but the gameplay is solid. If you want to be a wizard and just run around and do wizard things, this one might be for you. Obligatory farming sim post, Story Seasons Grand Bazaar. I believe this is the 3DS one that was ported. Really fun time, had a blast with it so far. There is also a premium edition that if you find in the wild, it's probably unavailable right now, but you know, if you're into farming, this might be for you. And then a little Sonic plug here. Sonic X Shadow Generations. Fun Sonic platforming. I mean, what more do you need on that one? All right, not Switch related, but Nintendo related. I'm going to throw in an honorable mention for the Nintendo Sound Clock Alarmo. I actually put one of these on my list that I want. It's an alarm clock at the end of the day. It also can set timers for you. It has cool backgrounds with Nintendo characters and stuff. I think it'd be a cool piece for like the office, like over here or something like that. So maybe if you're interested or looking for a cool gift and you're not sure what to get someone, this might be something fun to get. And as always, Amiibo, which are way more expensive than they are now, than they used to be, I'm sorry. And I understand why. They're premium quality now. They're way better than they used to be. They're not $15 anymore. I have a collection of them, so if you're interested in that and people like Amiibo, might not be a bad idea to pick some up. They have tons. The 2 Samus ones just came out for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and we got more coming as well. Quick second PSA here. I know I'm doing this video a little early, but I wanted to get it out so people were aware when they start shopping for the holidays. I know people have already started shopping. I am not including anything that may be on sale because some sales haven't happened yet. You know, you got Black Friday deals, you got early Black Friday deals, you got Cyber Monday deals, you got doorbuster deals, etc. Just keep that in mind. Pay attention to pricing when you're out there looking for games to buy for friends and loved ones. Wow. All right. Hope you're still with me. Thanks to everyone for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more. Let me know what you're grabbing this holiday season in the gaming sphere, whether it's Nintendo related, PlayStation, PC, etc. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.